we should take ownership of our environment. We should pamper it, nurture it, and treat it well. Not defecating in the open, not weighing in the open, not dumping the waste wherever it suits us.
See us Lagos clean.
But to see Lagos as ours and to collectively fix it.
The Ministry of Environment, them they work it day and night.
This week on the Lagos Environment, we bring you a special edition focusing on one of the most pressing environmental challenges confronting Lagos. As government intensifies efforts to build a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable city, this report takes an in-depth look at the issue, the measures being implemented to address it, and the vital role residents must play in protecting the environment. Welcome to the Lagos Environment. I am Ebiardo Buba, and I'll be your host.
Ayo, come and see, Papa, Mama, see the road is good, see us water clean, no yama yama, drainage work, gutter flow, brother, sister, no more beggy beggy, see the land is green, no, clean environment, now the Lagos where we dream, oh, now him with the see, oh, now him with the see you.
Despite repeated warnings, enforcement measures, and sustained public awareness campaigns, illegal waste dumping continues to deface many communities across Lagos. While the state government continues to expand its waste management initiatives, a critical question remains. Why do these illegal dumping sites persist? In this special report, we examine the causes of indiscriminate waste disposal, its impact on communities and the environment, the Lagos State government's ongoing efforts to tackle the menace, and the role every resident must play in keeping the state clean.
Every day, Lagos generates thousands of tons of waste. While much of it is properly collected and disposed of, a troubling trend continues to threaten the city's environment. From Mushin through Agege, Alimosho and parts of Egbeda, heaps of refuse have become a common sight along roadsides, road medians and open spaces, gradually transforming public infrastructure into informal dump sites. In Mushin, major corridors such as Idioro, Mushin bus stop axis and sections of Agege Motor Road have repeatedly witnessed indiscriminate dumping. What often begins as a few bags of refuse soon grows into large heaps, creating an eyesore and raising environmental concerns.
You know, some people don't have where they drop refuse in their homes. And we have some people that are picking it from the small arms. They don't come again, and we have private people that are doing it, and we have government, that is the PSP. They don't come again. You don't see the private people again. And people decided to drop it on the road because there is nowhere to drop it in their homes. That was why.
Residents say the problem has persisted for years. Some blame poor environmental habits, while others point to challenges associated with waste evacuation. One resident explains that PSP operators once serviced the area regularly, but are no longer visible. As a result, residents from different parts of the community now converge on the location to dispose of their waste, causing the refuse pile to grow rapidly.
You need to some people drop it in the midnight, around 2, around 1, and those small themselves even do it to drop it when they park their trucks, put it there. You know, it is midnight. If they park it now, before 2 hours or 3 hours, the place will pull up again.
The situation is not limited to Mushin. At Gowon Estate in Alimosho local government area, residents recall a time when such large accumulations of waste were uncommon. Today, a temporary waste collection point serves the area, with a llama truck stationed to receive refuse for proper disposal. Residents arrive with bags of waste, while others simply stop by to dump refuse around the collection point, adding to the growing heap. Officials say several individuals have already been apprehended for indiscriminate dumping around the site instead of making use of the designated collection facility.
This is already 4 days. You can't carry on because the dumping is no good. I mean, to a man, general manager can continue a bed at the begin. Down on the carry, make a try, make you go down. Because this them is carrying go Shagam.
Yeah, they used to drop dirty here from many places, not only this area. Many people are coming to bring dirty here. From far distance, they will bring dirty and come and dump here. Since 5 months, they will not come and carry the dirty. You'll be smelling us here. You cannot sell market because of the smelling. Customer will not come and buy market from us.
Cherry B, or no man wa to report it baby wa open. But all the bit that they see more. But I want to man wabi, want to go and local government, want to man kole. Tomati wa lese kese beye. O ma pati pe lo ma padà wá kó. Ilé ń pọ̀ síbí rárá. Tomati wa ma kó lọ. Nísìnyí a kò lè rí pé ilẹ̀ wa pọ̀ gan. Tó tẹ̀ wá yí wa mọ́. Gbọ́dọ̀ àwọn àbúkí go gbé mọ́ nísìnyí láti wá kó ilẹ̀ yẹ. Ó ti wá pọ̀ jù. Lórí àwọn ará ìta gbogbo ló ń wá bí general ní olùsùpè. Kò síbi tó ti wá bí. Wọ́n rí pé bí wà open wọ́n dẹ̀ ń kó síbẹ̀.
They have been doing very well of late, and this is just the first time I'm experiencing this. It has never been this before. Since I came into this estate, I'm going to 10 years now. I've never experienced this here. What I would tell the government is to provide more vehicles. If you have more vehicles, like every other day, vehicles coming to pick this up, I don't think there will be anything like this.
As another fully loaded truck prepares to leave the estate, officials explain that each trip takes the vehicle to Shagamu for disposal before it can return for another load, a process that affects the frequency of waste evacuation. Just across the estate on Ponley Street, however, residents tell a different story. They say they are registered with private sector participation PSP operators and make regular payments for waste collection, but complain that service delivery has not always been consistent.
For a long time, they do to, I don't know the reason they give, they don't come and carry our refuse, and they will complain, and we pay them upfront even. This street, we pay in upfront, we didn't owe them. Okay, you can see our street, how it's littered with waste. We make much complaint to them, we reported to them, no reason whatsoever why they refuse to come and carry our refuse.
About 5 months now, so they are not be coming. And not even only this area alone, it's everywhere. Even on your way coming back now, to say the truth, coming to this place, it's everywhere. Filled up with dirty, which everybody is complaining. We don't know what to do concerning the situation on ground. Everywhere you go to now, smelling everywhere. Everywhere is polluted, which you can testify to that. So we just only one solution. So what can be done?
The challenge is also evident in parts of Agege and Egbeda, where recurring refuse heaps along major roads and busy intersections continue to raise concerns among residents and commuters. Beyond the unpleasant sight, the consequences are far-reaching. The persistent stench has become a daily burden for residents and businesses alike. During periods of heavy rainfall, indiscriminately dumped refuse is often washed into drainage channels, restricting the free flow of stormwater and increasing the risk of flooding. It also creates breeding grounds for rodents and disease-carrying insects, posing additional public health concerns.
Tí òjò bá ti rọ̀ tó bá ti pọ̀ tó ń bọ̀ látàlí mọ̀ṣọ́ tó ń bọ̀ láti pọ́n labour stop báyìí kò lè rọ́nà lọ. Wọ́n lọ ru bóyá àwọn mọ́lá bóyá I don't know wọ́n rulẹ̀ sójú gọ́tà so inú street ló máa darí wọ̀ ilé mi ni the last house kò sọ́nà láti wọlé fún mi àti my family tá la máa sùn àfi tó bó bá jẹ́jọ́ kejì ló tó lọ gbogbo ìdọ̀tí tẹ́ wá ń wò nsàlẹ̀ yẹn títì ló ti ń rù wá o ìwọ̀nba tágbára mi gbé àṣàgbàlagbà ni mo kó tán rí lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ọ̀tún yẹn ilé tó tì mí and my last house náà kó yẹn.
It's actually causing us some havoc. Medically, it's not good. physically, it's not good. Children, even now when the children are on holiday, most of the children are at home, you can hear their voice everywhere. And I don't like this for my children. When all the children are around, I don't like this. It's an eyesore.
It's actually a very serious issue. Government should actually look into it seriously and make a provision for it, because you can see from here to the express, you can see other places messed up. Everywhere is smelling and all that.
While some residents attribute the problem to irregular waste collection, local government authorities insist that lasting solutions require the cooperation of every stakeholder. The chairman of Isola Local Council Development Area and Public Relations Officer of Conference 57, the umbrella body representing the 57 local government areas and local council development areas in Lagos State, says councils have continued to strengthen efforts to tackle the waste management challenge. According to him, Conference 57 has resolved that each local government should have at least 2 compactors to improve waste evacuation across the state.
This is a measure we are taking. In the next few weeks, we'll be taking delivery. As a conference, we agree because we want our people to have the dividend of democracy. And that's why the market woman, the market man should understand that the refuse I generate should either go to the loading bay, where the PSP operator or Loma will come and pick it. In my house, this refuse we have generated be dumped where it will be picked, not coming to the media, not coming to the express.
He also reveals that meetings have been held with PSP operators who dispute allegations that they receive payments from residents without providing collection services.
They will tell you, we buy diesel, we pay our workers, and we have to take you to the offloading point in Madagru. You have to queue for 3 days, yes. But if we pay, we have a right to hold PSP operators responsible. And I'm sure there are responsible people who will deliver on the money they get. A house that's not paid for over 7 months. So how would they pick it up? So it's just orientation, and we bring the right thing at the right time.
Responding to allegations of inadequate refuse bins in some communities, he says government continues to invest in waste management infrastructure while urging residents to make use of approved waste collection channels and dispose of refuse responsibly. He also commends the Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources for sustained enforcement efforts aimed at restoring environmental sanity across the state, stressing that government alone cannot solve the challenge without the cooperation of residents.
First of all, I want to thank the Honourable Commissioner for Environment. He's hardworking and his response is so swift. And at our different engagements, because at times we engage with Ministry of Environment as a government chairman, even with MD of Loma, we know where they are lacking and we are cushioning those effects. For the bins, we spoke about it. There are some have, some do have, and he has told us his own plan in ensuring and addressing those green areas. But I tell you, our people know the right thing. Let us trust the right.
To further curb the menace, the Lagos State government has intensified public enlightenment campaigns and strengthened enforcement. More recently, environmental officials have deployed the waste police to monitor notorious dumping corridors and apprehend offenders, particularly during the night when many illegal dumping activities take place.
Government cannot keep Lagos clean alone. When waste is carelessly thrown on our streets, into our drains, the effect is that you see that no amount of work we do on this road, they will always remain failed. And so each of us therefore has a role to play. At our homes, all of you are looking at me. In your shops, in your markets, in your neighborhood, and in your places of work. I encourage you as Community Development Association, as market leaders, as youth organization, as political groups, as religious bodies, as CDCs and CDA, as institutions across Lagos, to take ownership of this responsibility and help sustain a culture of cleanliness in our community.
Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has at different times reiterated his administration's zero-tolerance stance on indiscriminate waste disposal, warning that those who deface the environment and public infrastructure will be held accountable.
We must start seeing waste as a resource, and that is when the change will be well felt by the citizens. However, there are also areas that have grown beyond what those PSP that were assigned to the routes can attend to. Narrow lanes, inner roads. We want to bring in tricycle compactors that will just go into those inner streets, take them out rather than dumping those things on the streets or on the median.
In line with this commitment, the Lagos State Ministry of the Environment and Water Resources had remained at the forefront of efforts to promote environmental sustainability through continuous waste evacuation, public enlightenment, enforcement of environmental laws, and other interventions aimed at keeping the state clean. Yet, despite these efforts, the persistence of illegal dumping sites suggests that the challenge extends beyond waste evacuation alone. As Lagos continues its drive towards a cleaner, healthier and more sustainable environment, the solution lies in a combination of consistent waste collection, responsible disposal practices, effective monitoring, and stronger collaboration between government agencies, local councils, PSP operators, and residents. Residents are therefore encouraged to support the government's efforts by making use of approved waste collection channels and refraining from indiscriminate dumping of refuse. Roads were built to move people and goods, not to serve as dump sites. Keeping them that way is a shared responsibility, because when roads become dump sites, the consequences affect everyone.
Illegal waste dumping remains one of the biggest environmental challenges confronting Lagos. Despite the availability of approved PSP operators and continuous government sensitization. This week, we asked Lagosians, why do you think some residents still dump refuse indiscriminately? And what should be done to end the practice? Let's hear what they had to say.
Well, I think one is indiscipline. Two, I don't think there is enough places to be pointing this dirty. You understand? I think government have to be providing maybe a particular location where people can be disposing their refuse. You understand? So when you arrest someone today, others will take example from that. Because when there is no indiscipline, people will be living the way they like.
You know, we came from different home, different side, but some people, it's a normal thing. They said, okay, keep Lagos clean. So I just think maybe those people, they just choose to be dirty.
Government should go back to the origin of the way they manage communities. Local government system have to work. Community have to work. When they have a task force in a particular junction, a particular place, once you dump, the task force will pick you away and put this. And even though it's a 2 days prison, it's enough. So next time you won't be thinking of taking this into the road and dump it.
It's a conditioning thing. If people were brought up in a place or an area whereby there is no repercussions of what you do, of course they've seen their parents do it, they see people around do it, see their neighbors do it, of course they will do it, and then the trend just continues. But then if the government can sort of like give proper repercussions, you know, penalties.
We don't have a proper waste disposal system. Normally all these trucks are supposed to go street to street to take off dirt, and they pay. People are actually willing to pay to dispose their dirt. As individuals, we need to do better as well. Because when we go outside the country, we don't do these things because there are consequences. So the government needs to let people know, let their citizens know that there are consequences for every action.
We should find them. Maybe 50K, because with 50K, you know that 50K is a huge money in this area now. So dropping PET plastic, you won't want to drop that. You won't want to drop that PET plastic when you know that you drop 50K. So you do not want to.
I think people still invest in such as because they see it as a normal routine. You know, maybe for example, they pass by and they saw a death there. Coming day, the following day, they still meet the same thing there. They will assume, okay, that's the next place for them to be pouring dirty and all of those things, which is not supposed to be.
Did you know that under the Lagos State Environmental Management and Protection Law, dumping refuse in drains, canals, road medians, or any unauthorized location is a criminal offense? Individuals found guilty face a fine of up to 250,000 naira, imprisonment for up to 3 months, mandatory community service, or a combination of these penalties. Corporate bodies and businesses that violate the law face fines of up to 1 million naira in addition to the immediate closure of their facilities. Did you also know that failing to register with or pay your approved PSP waste operator is also an offense? Residential offenders face fines starting from 25,000 naira. Illegal waste disposal not only defaces our communities but also blocks drainage channels, contributes to flooding, and poses serious public health risks. Protecting Lagos begins with responsible waste disposal. Use only approved PSP operators and always dispose of your waste responsibly. Ending indiscriminate waste dumping requires collective effort. While government continues to strengthen waste management infrastructure, enforce environmental laws and sanction offenders, residents also have a responsibility to dispose of their waste properly and support efforts to keep Lagos clean. The Honourable Commissioner for the Environment and Water Resources, Tokunbo Wahab, has a message for residents of Lagos State.
If your waste is not being carted by your PSP operator that you pay to, call out Loma, call the ministry. Loma will intervene in the interim while we get the PSP to ask them, why are you not doing this? Don't rewrite the system. Pay for your waste. And then you can start asking government the questions. But when you fail to pay for a service, like you failing to pay for your taxes, it's your saving responsibility, by the way, to pay your taxes. And that now gives you a locus, like we say in law, a legal pedestal to ask government, what are you using my taxes for? Why are the roads in my neighborhood not fixed? Why are there no power supply here? Why are we not having this? But when you fail to do yours, what moral pedestal or legal pedestal do you have to call out government to do the right thing?
Ministry of Environment, them they work it day and night.
Today's special report reminds us that the fight against indiscriminate waste dumping cannot be won by government alone. A cleaner Lagos depends on the collective commitment of every resident to dispose of waste responsibly, patronize approved PSP operators, and comply with environmental laws. If you witness illegal waste dumping or any other environmental violation, report it through the official channels displayed on your screen. Together, we can build a cleaner, healthier, and more sustainable Lagos. That's all on this special report of the Lagos environment. Thank you for watching. Join us again next week.
See us Lagos clean. Come see us Lagos green. Oh. The Ministry of Environment. Them they work it day and night. Thank you.